If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets to hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Just cash.
Yo, what's happening? Friday night, late night special. E, what's going down, buddy? How you doing, man?
Oh, doing pretty good. A lot more awake than last week, thankfully. I decided not to drink tonight. We gotta really
wow.
try and hit the grind for this big slate tomorrow. I think we got a pretty spicy one, so I'm excited about that. We had a nice 2 out of 3 today, so a little bit of a stinker with our hook play, but I mean it was still the right read. Fortunately, St. Thomas got into some bad foul trouble, and then yeah, man, just a few missed opportunities there, but overall today was definitely a win.
Yeah, and man, it was almost a little baby sweep. They just a couple of his guys missed some open threes, you know. So I think I counted 3 that could have went down, and he could have had his 4th assist pretty easily. So it is what it is. That's why playing assists is not the best at times. You got to count on other guys. But oh well, can't win them all, right?
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, unfortunately. But we digress. And
We are digressing.
Looking at tomorrow. That's right.
Yes, but hey, big Kadari came through.
He
Legendary.
did, yeah.
Legendary second half, fucking dopeness. And who was the other one? Oh, the turnover play was nothing. That was easy.
Oh, sweat free, cleared before half, bro into the game with 4 turnovers. And man, still a low key wagon. Oh my goodness. Xavier Brown is just on fire right now. That dude is putting the team on his back. I think he had another like 30 PRA game.
Damn. On fire with the
Yeah.
turnovers too. Thank you. But the turnovers now 20-4.
20-4. Yep. We're doing okay. I'd like to say. Not bad.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm definitely putting full units on these turnover plays. If you give me the okay here tonight, I see you got 3 of them. So, what are you thinking about those? Well, actually, before you get into those, Danny C's here. What's up, bro? E2 is here. What's up, bro? Appreciate you
Yeah,
guys.
what's good, everyone?
Late night Friday,
Yeah.
just chilling.
Well, before we really get started, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like button down below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. And also check out the Discord down below. That's where most of the action's going to be, especially on the weekends. We do, have to take a little bit of a break, so we don't stream on Saturday and Sunday for the most part, and especially not this Sunday. It's going to be Super Bowl. So, I mean, basically all the sports are going to be down to a minimum, and we will enjoy a nice Sunday off, but tomorrow is going to be a big grind for us. So, we're going to get after it. And again, don't miss out. Discord's where it's going to be.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
you ready, man?
I'm ready. Let's see what you got, man. Friday night. I know we got a lot of things to go through. There's a bunch more to find tonight and put in the Discord. So, at least for what we have at the time being, yeah. Let them know what you got, man. The turnovers are really a big value, where I've never seen turnovers be a value like this in any other sport. I know you always liked them, but this is different, man. Look at that. Look at that green.
Yeah.
And it's not a trap. That's the thing we've realized. It's not a trap. 20-4 means it's not a trap, bro.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you think you're getting lucky, but, it's got to be something pretty consistent if we're doing this. So, we're just going to go right back to the same process. We got another opposing matchup, causing 17th most turnovers. Big CMB, he's been the Butterfingers on the road this year, and his overall props on the road, I mean, this guy's averaging 4 turnovers a game. I believe, what did I say earlier? He cleared either all his road games or all but one. I think it was like all but one. But yeah, I mean, absolute Butterfingers. And we've seen him also, as of recently, really stepping it up in. And I think this is the biggest kind of appealing factor to also target players who are playmakers as well. So CMB, he's really stepped it up as far as running the pick and roll lately. I mean, they are really, really hammering that into the offense right now. So we've seen his assist rating really come up, and the turnovers have kind of come along with it. So we got another great matchup. It is, I believe, a pretty good pace up and nice game total. They are the underdogs as well, traveling out. And yeah, 1.5 is just way too low. So we played them before. I believe they took him up to 2.5. It was one of these games in here when we did play him. They took him up to 2.5. But first time I've seen him back down to 1.5 in a hot minute, and we got to go right back to it.
Yeah,
So,
bro. I'm just following your lead with these turnovers. They're gonna make people money. I'm with it. I know the prop, the line, the odds are like -190. So we have a lot of games to find our favorite money line to put with that. So I feel pretty confident we can find some. The other trick too that I've learned is when you have a -190 and you want to put one little money line there that's like a -500, -600 to bring it down to a -120 or something like that. You can split it up, play the turnover prop a couple different times with different money lines, so one team doesn't fuck you. That's worked pretty good for me. So
yeah, I mean, you definitely got to be smart about it, because the unfortunate blowouts can happen, and no matter what kind of a wagon you do have, it is bound to break down at some point. So it will happen. Plan accordingly. And I mean, with so many games too, it just kind of makes sense to spread out your investments a little bit more. So, be smart about it.
Yes, sir. So you got your top play turnover. I know they're not in the mostly order, but you kind of put them in order. The top one is that your favorite one, or?
Yeah, this is hands down my E-Dog play for tomorrow, play of the day, whatever.
Okay.
I absolutely love this play.
Okay, and Q Donkey came back to tell us, hell yeah, bro, Wesley Yates went the fuck off.
Yeah, he did.
30 points. It's just one of those things. Like, he's played so bad in the game before. He got benched by his coach a couple times. He's a freshman, so things are going to happen like that. He's up and down, but you see his potential in a game against Purdue, man. So, once his line went up after Cloud was ruled out and the blowout concern, it's smart to go away from him. But now that we see what he can do, he's there again next time. I'm going to have to put a little money on that over. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, if he can come into Purdue and put up that kind of a game, and not only with that, but we also saw the coach really go out on a limb for him and basically try and salvage the game. So, I mean, we've seen across the night and across this year, through and throughout, any player that gets 2 fouls in the first half is sitting. They always sit. Coach played him. He even got to 4 fouls, and that dude still played like the final 10 minutes of the game the whole time. Like, coach had no hesitation about it. The game was obviously just going to be a dramatic blowout if he wasn't out there, but he's got the coach's trust. So I think, whatever kind of news we get, if we can get him ideally within this like 13.5 to 15.5 range, anything beyond that, I might be a little skeptical on. But also one thing I will mention with him kind of being the focal point of the offense, he's very selfish with the ball, and he doesn't really like his assist rating or conversion from passes is pretty awful, but he's also picked up in the playmaking. I know you kind of pointed that out earlier tonight. So keep an eye out for, I believe his assist has been at like 1.5 for forever. And I think his RA line was even at 3.5 this late before the news. So keep an eye out for that in the future. Maybe like a PA for him might be a solid option.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I was thinking earlier? I was thinking go under Curtis Jones, but did you get scared when you saw that? I mean, it is. He hasn't been really that close to that lately.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Curtis lately, to be honest. I mean, the team's playing really good fundamental ball, so he's not really having to do a lot of heavy lifting, but it kind of looks like his shot's been a little broken lately. And we talked about it last stream too, man. That first half, how slow he's been. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, and it's a tough game. Slow pace. The type of game I like going under. I don't know. I might have to look a little harder at that. I probably will take that on Bet Online. Maybe they'll probably give me something crazy like a 19.5 points. So probably go under that. See what happens. A little scary, but hey, that's what betting's about.
Yeah. Worst things could happen. As long as we're just making strong plays in the right position, it makes sense. And I mean, if you look at some of the bad beats we've had lately, like we've had literal hooks. I mean, we're missing stuff by one or less. So it's not like the process isn't there. Just need the players to come through a little bit more often.
Mm-hmm. We're good. I mean, we had at least for me, I had a day yesterday that I want to forget, but that happens sometimes. But we'll probably get right back into the swing of things here and just continue to get some dubs, man. And like the way your turnovers are going, I'm just closing my eyes and looking at what you got on the list and putting in money. And I feel like I'm going to come out with more money than I put in. So.
Yeah, I hope so.
I can't be mad, bro. It's been happening the whole season. I don't see why it stopped now. 20-4? Come on, bro.
Well, let's talk about another one here. We got Vasan on a road game. So, I mean, there's a little bit of that as a factor, but 3.5 turnovers is pretty crazy. So there's no line movement or personnel changes or anything different here. He's just been at 2.5 for a pretty hot minute now. He jumped up here right after this, but as you can see, I mean, he really hasn't been able to eclipse 3 turnovers at all this season. I mean, he stayed under this 91% of the time so far, and the one game against Baylor, he really just They got the best of him between Edgecombe, and he had a couple of just stupid turnovers. But, I mean, overall, he does still average about 3 and some change on the season. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in with 3 turnovers. But this is a huge pace down for both sides. I mean, just an absolute snail of a game. 135 total is really, really low. One of the lowest for the main, prop games that we have available. And he is their shooting guard. He's not really the point guard. He plays more as like a secondary playmaker. So, I mean, he does come with some playmaking, but as you can see, it's only at 3.5. So it's nothing like too crazy that he's doing. And even with the more recent just overall playmaking, I mean, he's still shooting the ball a bunch. So he is still that spot up shooter. But 3.5 is just seems like in a really aggressive line movement from them. And the fact that he just really hasn't done it a whole lot this season, I like it. Feels like a good spot, and not really sure why they moved him from 2.5. See, this is again another one of those plays that the algorithm's just spitting off the last 5, and it's saying, okay, he's been getting 2.5, so we got to move it up. We can't move it down. We got to move it up.
Right, and this is the matchup to take the under, and when they moved it up, and they're not fixing it, bro. I don't know why, but that's what we've noticed. And it keeps happening.
Yeah.
It keeps happening. These aren't traps. They haven't been, at least. I mean, it could always switch up any day, but these are not traps like you might think. I think it's also, well, this one's even crazier because of the fucking odds. Minus 119. Right?
Yeah, the odds are really good on this one.
So where else is this at besides Prizepicks?
Prizepicks and Underdog right now.
Okay, I remember how that's been. When they're on there and they're not on the other sites, that's when maybe they're fucking up.
Mm-hmm. The one that I mentioned on Prizepicks earlier today, Robert, whatever his name was, so he cleared his, and the only reason that Prizepicks even gave that to us as an option was because the books were saying, oh, this is close to an even money play. So it looks like they're just doing the same thing, monkey see, monkey do here. Underdog dropped it at minus 120. So Prizepicks is like, okay, it's not over 125. It feels like a safe play for us. So let's go ahead and follow along.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll follow along right with that under. Thank you.
And hey, he could get 4. Shit could happen, and it would be 85, 86% hit rating instead of the 91%. It could happen. Not saying it couldn't, but so far this season it hasn't really been happening. And the fact that they moved the line based off of this feels like a safe play. So we got to go the other way.
Hells yes, we do. Hell yes, we have to. Adam Hurley's here. What's up, girl? What's up, bro? Hey, he said you guys are seriously dedicated. Not too much time on college basketball. I like it. Yeah, bro. There's not that many people. Not that many people spending time on college basketball. That's kind of why we got into it. But to be honest, when there's not that many people, that means there's softer lines and we can win more money. So that's always the bonus, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He said, how's Grand Canyon doing this year? I bet on them. They're always good. The name of your show is dope, he said, too. Just cash. This is like investing in penny stocks. I mean, the only thing about penny stocks, though, is it's so scary because you never know what's going to happen. So I would say kind of, but it's almost easier than that. Like, this is easier. This is easier than NFL, NBA, MLB, because the bookies aren't on top of shit because people aren't betting it. There's not as many people betting. Therefore, we'll take the money. We'll take the money. You know what's funny? I was talking to this dude today from an old site that I had an account with in the past, and they changed their name, and I hit him up. I was like, hey, do I have an account with you guys? He was like, oh, and he looked me up. He's like, oh, yeah, we paid you your money, and then you left. 2023 is the last time you played. And I was like, oh, yeah, and he started being honest with me. He was like, yeah, you're one of those players, we have you written down for only playing live, so we don't really want you to be here anyways. And I was like, wow, okay. And then he was like, yeah. I was like, not live, but props probably. He goes, oh yeah, we probably wrote live because it's kind of the same thing. Some people that come and play props and things like that on Sportsbooks, we don't want them here. He was being honest with me. He's like, I want the guys who just sit around and bet 49ers +3 and Minnesota -2. Those are the people that are going to give us their money. So hey, that's exactly how we're going to be, bro. We're finding places to win money. So, Adam Hurley, that's what we're doing, bro. We are winning money here. And then when you learn about college too, it's fucking fun because they try. NBA, they're all lazy. They don't care. They got 10 million. They want to win, but hey, 80 games worth? You watch this game and get into it, man. It's fun. A whole different feeling.
Indeed it is. And to answer your question, Grand Canyon's been doing really well this season. They are 17-5, and they're going up against, I think they're ranked 91st, and they're going up 205th ranked. It is a road game, but it looks like they did beat them last year, so it should be another good one.
Are they going to be in the tournament? It's funny. I wasn't into college basketball that much since I was probably, 10, 15 years ago. I used to pay more attention to the tournament and do the brackets and shit like that. But this year, I'm like, damn, I know all the teams when the brackets come around this year and know who I'm going to want to pick. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, maybe this year we'll be able to get into that because we'll actually know pretty in depth most of the teams that should be in there, or if not all the teams that should be in there. And once we get brackets, we can actually predict it.
Yeah, but watch, it'll come around and there'll be crazy upsets and nothing will make sense, I bet. Probably. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see though. Who knows? Anyways, well, appreciate you, Adam, for the comment and being up late on a Friday. That's what we do. We try to find money. regardless. But I know you got another good one that you're about to talk about.
Yeah, we got a couple of spicy ones, I think. Next up, we got Dusan, and a player that we've taken before and was just kind of, he did fall off the radar a little bit, but he also has been in some semi-favorable matchups. But another road game and another player, still trying to come into their stride, but has really, really struggled on the road games. And we got another road game here. So Davidson, they've been really solid, especially at home, playing really stout defense. His on-court matchup, he's going to be going up against Bobby Durkin, who has been one of their better perimeter defenders and also just kind of a big body bruiser, around the rim. So pretty solid defender overall. And a couple of things that, are really working in our favor to take this under. So one, just the general hit rating. He only averages 13.6 or something points on the season just in general. So the fact that he's at 16.5 is already very inflated. And as I mentioned with his home road splits, they are so bad. So at home, he averages about 15.5 points, makes sense. But some of that is also coming off of this little hot streak that he was having with the 3-point shot. But if you take a look at, here, let me put this back in order. If you take a look at his road splits, he only averages 11.8, so not even 12 points on the road. So we got terrible road splits, and the fact that his line is still basically taxed up by almost 3 points right now. Two factors moving in our direction. And then another thing is just he's not really shooting a 3-point shot a whole lot, and he's really kind of tapered off, especially the last 3 games. But over the last month, he's really kind of backed off that 3-point volume. So if he's not getting hot from 3, which is where most of this little majority spike is, you can see here from the 3 points. So his spike games were all 3 or more threes, and tough matchup here, scoring from beyond the arc. But yeah, man, this guy's gonna have to show me. He's been pretty much an underwagon in most of the road games. And I think the reason why I haven't played him recently is because he was at 14.5 points for a minute, and then I don't know why the hell he's at 16.5, but there's no personnel changes. There's nothing different on the team. So we're going to go under this.
I love it. Well, another one of those ones, man. It looks like it could be a trap just because it looks too good to be true, but it's probably not. Those ones have been hitting every time. I remember a few different ones lately, too. Like, they'll just be way too high, bro. And I don't even understand. Maybe because there's not enough people, they don't really bump either. Maybe because there's these random schools. Penny stocks, as Adam would say. They're just so small.
Yeah.
No one's really betting on them. They're just leaving them there for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's just this is going with whatever kind of algorithm that they had, and maybe it's come. Some of it is the fact that he put up 16 points in their first meeting about a month ago, but it was actually like almost 3 weeks ago. But this was still a home game for him, so him scoring 16 points, not a surprise, not at all. But if you look at everything else he's done on the season, any of these road games, this dude is whiffing like air. I believe he's 1 for 11 on all the road games. Really, really struggle.
And then what's the matchup like?
It's pretty tough. It is 141 total? No, 135 total. So snail pace on both sides. I believe his side is actually getting more of the pace down, and it's a road matchup. Like I mentioned, Bobby Durkin, been a solid defender. The dude plays an unhinged amount of minutes too. So the on-court matchup's going to be difficult. And the fact that, if Richmond gets blown out, they've been very, very prone to pulling their starters, and him in particular, he's actually one of the first to go. So if the game slips by any means, he's going to go sit down early.
Hell yeah. 16.5 is a lot of points. The 16.5 is like you got to be a star player to score with 16.5 most of the time. And if he's that shitty on the road, bro, I'm with it.
And even over this little hot streak here, this dude struggles to even, eclipse 30 minutes. We're talking about somebody who's averaging over the last 10 games, he's averaging 27 minutes at best. And some of these, in the blowout games are in foul trouble, which is another thing with him. He could totally get into foul trouble against Bobby Durkin. I mean, he's been very aggressive shooting. I know last game he did us dirty with the 13 points because he couldn't make his damn free throws and he was only shooting threes. But still, I like the matchup, man. He's going to have to show me 17 points.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go look on Bet Online. They're probably going to have him at 18 or 17 and a half. And I'll be like, I'll take that little point. That looks good. I'm going to look into that a little bit more. But if you like unders, they're usually solid. In all, like there's no negative to this one, right? There's no red flag to this one.
No, I mean, it's just, can he get hot from three, or if he's even trying to shoot from three? I mean, anything beyond that, though, like, he's not going to be getting to the free throw line a lot. Bobby doesn't foul a whole bunch, and he's not doing it on the road.
I mean, he didn't even start. He didn't even start 2 games ago.
No, I had a bunch of.
Oh, I was about to say, this is even crazier. I was like, what if he doesn't start? Okay. Gotcha.
Nah.
Okay. But still, that's a stretch for him. In a slow game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, this last game, so, like, yeah, 2 games back, they got absolutely blown out. But, I mean, in all these competitive games, I mean, this one right here, no foul trouble. He only played 26 minutes. Davidson, only, 29 minutes, still put up 16 points. So this was their rematch game. I mean, this was one of the best games that he's really had in January, for the most part.
I'm with it. I like that a lot. And we went under him. What was that? When did we play him? I don't remember.
Let's see.
Like a month
it was
ago?
somewhere right around here. Yeah, it was. I think it was either the St. Bon or the UMass game. It was one of these two, because we took his over once I found out that he was starting, and he crushed these 2 games for us. And then that first road game, we took his under here because they had him at 17 and a half points at that time, which was a great line.
Okay. Baller. Q Donkey says Tyrese Proctor over 1.5 assists. Proctor assists.
Yeah, I think
this game's gonna be weird.
Did you bring that up last time? Somebody brought this play up. I think
it wasn't Proctor. It was the point guard. Sion James.
Yeah, Sion James. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was his. I think his RA line was like super, super low last time. It was like 5.5 or 4.5. But
look at those rebounds.
He's all over the place.
He's
definitely more of the playmaker.
He must feel like just there with all the superstars. They're just like, all right, bro, throw us the ball. Come on. You know what you're supposed to do. Dribble the ball up the court. That's about all you can do. Okay. Don't fuck up. But what about Proctor's assists? How's his assist looked?
Let's see.
Clemson's slow. Clemson's decent. I was already looking at I feel you, Derek. Derek says turnover unders. I'm here for it. Hey, and crying out loud face. I know it sounds degenish as fuck, but you know what, man? That shit has been hitting. They're giving us so much value on those plays. They're not looking into those plays like they are in NBA. They're just throwing them up there. That's money.
Yeah, Proctor's not bad. I mean, he's had some pretty favorable matchups. This is definitely going to be a little bit more test for these guys. I mean, Duke honestly hasn't played too many good teams. All right, so let's see. Top 100 teams. He missed against Louisville. Missed against George Madison.
Did he miss in the games where they blew teams out and he didn't play minutes?
I mean, a few of them right here, like lower minutes, but it seems like he's been pretty well locked in for 28 to 33 minutes, somewhere in that range. I know this game blew out hard. They only played 23 minutes. I mean, it's kind of a pro and a con with him. So, I mean, assuming that they're, handing somebody a beat down, which this game is actually projected to be close. I think it was a pretty low spread, but you assume if they're beating them down that the assist rating should be fairly high. So, I mean, it makes sense that all these wins that they have that they're, still converting at a pretty high rate. What was that other guy's name? So I can look him up real fast.
Deion James?
Yeah, that guy. Let's take a sneaky peek.
I know, I don't even pay attention to him. I just want to see what Coop's going to do. An old nipple boy.
All right. Yeah. Old nipples, man. I wish we'd have played him last game, too.
He's been balling, bro. I think his lines are almost playable. Clemson's
I can get with a Proctor assist.
Clemson's one of the slowest teams in the league.
Yeah, it's going to be a snail game, but you're looking for high conversion. So, obviously look to Cooper Flagg. We need him to be doing his thing out there, and a little less playmaking out of him and a little more shooty Shootston. But I mean, nice hit rating here.
It's only a 9-point line, and it's at Clemson, so that Vegas doesn't think they're going to blow them out, so that's a good thing too. Hey,
Duke's been playing.
Look who's here. Matt P. What's up, man? Long time, bro. What's up, bro?
Yeah, hey, what's up, man?
He's talking college with us. Matt P. says, evening, gents. Stephen Crow over 9.5 points. Matt, you didn't tell us you like college. I don't remember that. I know you're a WNBA. NBA. I didn't know you're into college, because if you're bringing some Stephen Crow up, must have been looking. Oof. He's up and down as fuck, huh?
Yeah, he's been on somewhat of a downturn, but I will say he is due for some kind of a decent to good game. He's been somewhat of an afterthought in the offense as of late, but I will give credit. Northwestern, the team in general kind of struggled real bad in the first half, and I think he just didn't have any kind of a shot volume. That's really the only problem with him right now is the lack of shots. Let's take a look at these last couple games. Yeah, man, his usage rating is just taking such a hit over the last, really like 2 weeks.
Tanjay was like, give me the ball, bro. I'm sick of this shit. And Blackwell. And Kermit the Frog actually started shooting more.
Yeah, Klisman's been shooting a little bit more lately, but it's mostly just Tanji. Tanji's just taking an insane amount of field goal attempts. So
yeah,
this would be the matchup for it. I definitely don't disagree that this would be a great game for him. We know that Owen Freeman's out. This is an insane pace up for basically every single team. So I get it, man. Honestly, I like it.
Yeah,
we just
163 total. Yeah.
He just got to shoot the ball. Like I don't even have any excuses for him. He's just not shooting. His field goal volume is like non-existent.
Is there anyone else on Wisconsin that looks good besides him? He's so low that it is decent. Yeah, he said Iowa Big is out for the season. Yeah, like you were saying. What's his name? Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's gonna be on him now?
Who, Crowell or their backup?
Yeah, Crowell. Who's gonna be covering him? If Freeman's out.
Let's see. It is Riley Mulvey.
Ew.
More or less, it was just a split assignment. He's playing a little bit of minutes, and the backup guy comes in and plays. What's his name? Well, Baby Sanford also is getting minutes, but they're basically just playing Price Sanford and then Brock Harding as well, and they just kind of run that in the mix. Mulvey and this Traore guy are just there for minutes, basically.
Ugh. Poor Iowa.
Yeah, man. Honestly, dude, on the surface, it should be a great play, but I have no idea what's going on with Crowell lately. He's just taken such a huge backseat to his entire team.
Okay. Well, there you go. It could work. It's a low line. He only needs 5 little buckets. But at the same time, it's kind of not fun to cheer for if he bucks off and has 5 points, because he can definitely do that too. So it's tough.
His minutes have also been on the decline over the last month too. Like, I don't know, maybe is there still some kind of underlying injury that we don't know about, or is this a part of their scheme as well? One thing to also consider, I'm just kind of thinking this off the top of my head here too, they might be matching size, like going small with a lot of these teams, and there's a real good chance they could also do that tomorrow because Iowa, I'm assuming Iowa's the underdog here, so they're probably playing from behind. And if they're playing from behind, they go with more of a guard set. So he can get kind of lost in the shuffle with that. And I would not be surprised if he plays like 20, 22 minutes.
Ick. All right.
Hey, not saying it's ever a bad play. We always appreciate you guys, with the questions and for stuff that we can also look into. I don't know what's going on with him right now, though. I would love to play it. We were super high on him about 2 weeks ago.
Right. He's just kind of falling off a little bit. Okay. What you got next? Baldwin? Actually, wait. Let's see. Do you want to look at a few more questions, or do you want to get into your next play? Up to you.
Sure. Yeah, if we got some questions.
You Donkey likes Peavy's points. Dude gets crazy minutes, he said. You Donkey's over there studying. I like it.
Yeah, PV definitely disappointed us in that one game here where he put up that 40 minutes with 6 points, but he's been balling out the last 2 games. And one thing that I liked and noticed, coming into this different makeup of their offense, because they still have Epps is out, right?
He's been out, but who's to say he doesn't play?
Yeah, well, assuming Epps is going to be out again, and or Epps coming off the bench, PV is definitely not a bad look. The game total, I want to say, is a little on the slow. Yeah, it's a really slow side, 132.5. 10.5 point spread too. So a couple of things to think about there. Neither team is playing fast. I think it's a slight pace up for Georgetown.
No, like Seton Hall. No, it's Seton Hall slow as molasses. Is what I got.
Oh, they are too.
Yeah. That's the reason why his lines look playable. I think could work, but that's why his lines are low, I would assume. What is his line? 15.5.
Yeah, 15.5, or even the PRA. He's been playmaking a little bit in the mix, and usually they only account for one assist or 1.5 assists anyways. So PRA is not bad. Points, the points I could probably get with too. If the game is reasonably close, this dude's playing 36 to 40 minutes a game, so you kind of have to like that.
I love that. But when I saw the 40s, I was like, ooh, 3 40-minute games? Oh, what else we got? That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is, I must admit. I like that. I like that idea. It could work. It's just so damn slow, huh? It's hard to... I guess when you have so many options and so many games, when you see one that's like that, you're like, the minutes... not the minutes, the pace is just so slow.
Yeah. So that's really the only drawback, or the major drawback, is just the pace and the game total and all that fun stuff. But if we were looking... If this was a smaller slate, this would definitely be a standout play, for sure. So the lines are good, just the other things, something to think about.
Right. Oh my God, I didn't realize how bad Seton Hall was. Holy moly. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row. Beat DePaul in overtime and then lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 1 and 13 in their last 14 games. How would that feel?
Well, that's what happens when Epps turned off the Jets, and they had somebody else that was playing really lights out too, but once Epps stopped playing, that team just fell apart.
No, Seton Hall, not Georgetown.
Oh, for Seton Hall?
Yeah, 1 and 13 in their last 14. Georgetown's been shitty too. Don't get me wrong, but not 1-13. This is like battle of the shit.
Oh, Seton Hall, they've been dealing with injuries real bad. Wusu, Jenkins, Middleton, but mainly these two guards. Their starter 1A, 1B. They're both on and off these injuries.
Poor Sorber, bro. He went to Georgetown just because it's Georgetown, right? He's like, man, Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing, I'm gonna be next. 2-7 in their last 9. He's standing out though. He's doing good. The rest of his team is just shit. Like you said, Epps is a big part of it, I think.
So if Epps is out, I mean, if you wanted a game stack it, Sorber, his scoring upside's been pretty appealing. I mean, obviously the dude's playing a pretty crazy amount of minutes, but one thing that the coach openly talked about was they wanted to see him take more shots overall. So it's been really consistent. I mean, this one game was just a nasty blowout where they all just kind of gave up in the second half. But in the semi-competitive environment, I mean, he's taken 12 to 14 field goal attempts pretty comfortably over the last month. So assuming that coach speak is somewhat accurate, I mean, I would say pencil him down for another, 12 field goal attempts and 15.5 points. It's not too bad. That's still within the wheelhouse.
Yeah. I like those minutes. Matt P says Nolan Winter was on a good stretch and he's the backup big.
Yeah. I mean, Winter, he's been playing a lot better lately. Blackwell, he's been playing really well. His defense especially has been really stout. They just play so much of, fluid offense. It's hard to say, like, who's going to be the main guy. But lately, I mean, those two plus Tanji has basically done all the offensive lifting.
Yeah. Look at Owe staring you in the face, wanting you to play the under.
Yeah, I'll take his first half under again.
Oh, man. You wouldn't do it.
Shoot, they open it at 8.5 again. I will definitely take that.
They won't. They wouldn't dare.
We'll find out in the morning.
Ace Baldwin, my favorite under. I think it's 4.5. The other thing is, I love how he doesn't even try to shoot a lot of times. If they give us a high number, I know he's way down to 13.5 now, so I can't fuck with it. But he was up to 16, 17.5. It was fucking money. But now you found another way to go under on old Ace Baldwin there. 4.5. In a great matchup for not getting a fucking turnover. I love it.
Yeah, we get a nice little pace down here, low total game. And it's funny to see because when they played here against Minnesota the other day, we easily took this over. We took the over 2.5. So they set him to 4.5. I have no idea why this great leap up. Pretty consistent. He doesn't really turn the ball over that much this season. Overall, no crazy home road splits. There's nothing dramatic there. It's pretty dead even. I would say, sure, he probably has another 3 turnover game, but for the fact that they moved him from 2.5 to 4.5 is just a crazy jump. And I think we got to take the middle here, go under on this. I mean, if he has a 5 or 6 turnover game, it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, you're gonna have to show me it's not the matchup for it.
Can you look at that and figure out why they did that? I know the last guy you were like, oh, look at the last 5. Maybe they just averaged it. But, I mean, it's obvious they're not even looking at the matchup because this is a matchup where the team he's playing against does not cause turnovers. They're like bottom of the list at causing turnovers to point guards like that. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, show me how they got that 4.5. E, how did they get that 4.5? For real, it should be 3.5 max.
Yeah, 3.5 easy. I mean, none of his metrics support it to go all the way up to 4.5. So that's just way too high of a jump. If he was at 3.5, this would easily just be a fade. Like, I wouldn't even give it a second notion. But we know he was at 2.5 last late because we took the over. And then now he's at that. I mean, yeah, this is just one of those things, If he goes over, it's unfortunate. But if he stays under, there's a real good chance that he probably just has 3 again, and they're going to be like, where did this 4.5 come from?
And again, these ones only happen when it's on the fantasy sites. This is not on books, right?
Right.
That's how you know. I'm just wondering what they averaged to get that. There's no way they just messed up and put it 4 instead of a 3. Like, what did they average to get that? Is it the last 3 games?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, he should be at 3.5. Like, undoubtedly, there should be a bump, but not from 2.5 to 4.5. I have no idea how they came up with that.
And your 20-4 record on turnovers that we've kept track of means that this is not a trap. We're 20-4 in. I mean, it's not the biggest sample size, but it's big enough to realize done it 24 times and 20 times it came through. I mean, what if you average the last 3? What is that? Wait, what if you do the last 6 there? Okay, last 5 is what? 1, 2, 3, 12, 17 divided by 5 is what? 3.5. So that doesn't make sense. What if you do the last 10? That doesn't really look like it would be 4.5 either, right?
No, I mean the 3.5 would be the standard, like, and that's what I'm saying. I just, even if you do the last 20, like, this is still coming out to way closer to 3.5.
And the matchup is all the way on the end of the spectrum of being the best matchup you want for an under turnover play. So none of it makes sense. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I think that the only way he can beat us is if he just has a bunch of just dumb turnovers, like forced turnovers. He's an extremely low foul guy. I mean, he does not foul at all. So the offensive turnovers should be almost a minimum. And then he's going up against this guy, Dylan Andrews, who he's an okay defender, but he does not cause any turnovers. At best, I mean, he had 1 game with 4, 1 with 3, 2, and then only 4 games with 1, and then zeros across the board. So very low causing turnovers, at least from this regard. So it's going to have to be from the bonehead turnovers.
I love it. I wish that I could play it as a solo play, but we have to pair it with something. Was the other turnover play?
No.
No, you like the other turnover play even more. The first one, right?
Yeah, for the odds that we're getting for this, I mean, you could totally play him with CMB.
Yeah. I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that right now for it, to let you know. Actually, we should probably post that, bro. Don't you feel like that's a really good play? 20-4.
Yeah, we're going to post.
Fuck that.
We're going to post this little list after we get off of here for sure.
Okay. Yeah, but that 2 pick in particular, because you can't play those. Now, CMB's not on books either, right?
Not right now, at least.
Okay. There we go.
Now, with some of these, or most of these games, and I'm hoping with most of these props as well, since they were a majority close spread, it seems like Fliff in particular, they've kind of shied away from offering some of the game props or the player props for any of the games that have a double-digit spread. So I do think there's a real good shot we could see most of these, if not all these, available for straight betting or, easy parlays tomorrow.
That would be great. I would love it if they gave us those turnovers, but I doubt they will.
We'll see. I mean, we should get it for, I think Ace, we should definitely get it for, and CMB potentially. Those are 2 big name schools. You
think Fliff will have Ace's turnovers at 4.5 at a playable number? That might be a nuke a bit.
That I don't know. Low-key, I do think there's a good shot that this could bump down to 3.5, and I would not be surprised.
That will probably happen. Because 4.5 is, I don't even remember playing a 4.5. Have we got many 4.5s?
Not many at all.
I'm going to my other Underdog account so I can put in more money, because this is not enough. All right, let's go. I like that shit. Okay. Cool, man. Let's see. We got a couple more comments here. Let's see. Q Donkey's on it, bro. He's studying over there for this Saturday. Kalkbrenner RA. Cockbrenner's been balling, bro. Balling too. Not just balling a little bit.
Yeah, he has.
Matt says play Baldwin on Fliff. Let's check if he's on there now. Matt's saying that would be amazing if he was.
Oh.
That would be amazing, Matt. That would be amazing. Load up, Fliff, you bitch. Okay, Cockbrenner. He's been balling, bro. I don't know about his RA, but he's been scoring too. Maybe his RA, he's looking at his RA because the line is just some value in comparison or something. Not sure. I didn't look at this matchup all the way yet.
It's a good matchup, for sure. I mean, really, really good assist up spot for him. Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, he's definitely scoring quite a bit more lately, but not the best scoring up spot for him. It's definitely an amazing RA spot.
Okay.
A little more so for the assist, but let's see. This guy has been a menace on the glass. I definitely agree with you there. He's been very consistent over the last month with that and with the minutes too.
And you know, like when he has those lower lines there, that's when he was coming back from that injury. So ever since he's been healthy, he's been killing it.
Yeah, man, I can get behind the RA. What was the spread for this? 2.5. Yeah, 145. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see, who's getting the pace up here? Nope.
I'm still over here trying to find Baldwin. Penn State. 32 props. Matt might be right. Turnovers. 4.5. Big Matt P. I will never doubt you again, sir. 4.5 minus 125. I'm in. Oh, hell yes. I'm posting this in the Discord right now. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we can post it up now if you want to. If you already got a screenshot ready.
Yeah, he's not gonna get 5. I wish I could play it somewhere else because I've won too much on Fliff. They don't have turnovers in many books though. At least ones I can play. Oh well, what you gonna do? I guess you got to put in the good plays, huh?
If you have to.
Creighton Blue Jays.
Yeah, I can get behind the RA here.
Don't worry, E. I'm gonna write. I'm posting this for Big E, the turnover master.
Oh God, don't jinx me now.
Oh. Should I not say that?
We'll just say one that we like.
All right.
Let's keep it low key. Be like, it's all right. It's okay.
Okay. But it's gonna hit for sure. It's a lock.
Yeah, I can get behind the RA with him. Definitely gonna be a bit more of a tough scoring spot, especially for Jemiah Neal. Ashworth, kind of a tough matchup too. This is Small and Big Stu or Stevie. Stevie's causing so many turnovers, man. That dude's just playing absolute lockdown defense.
Bunky Ashworth? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, or his difficult matchup against his opponent. But Jemiah Neal, he's going up against Stevie, and that dude's just a steal fiend.
Oh, yeah. You always talk about him. I forgot.
Big Stevie Mitchell. Is he back to 1.5 steals yet? Nope, still 2.5.
Man, Cam Jones has been a underwagon, as the kids would say. But his lines are down now. His PRA is over 30 for a while. It was so nice.
The points are still not bad. I mean, I would consider the 18.5.
You like this matchup too, huh? Creighton's not too bad. Oh, you talking about under?
Yeah, for the under.
Woo! I'm scared. Scared. I get too good a value on bet online when you go over there and get the little extra value. So playing unders on the normal games is tough, except for the turnovers. You don't get those over there. So all right, I posted that one, and now are we to big chance there? CGB the mob is here. What's up, man? He says Stevie Mitchell. There's your guy, Stevie Mitchell RA. He's talking about, and Eric says E2 says the pair you just ran was CMB and Baldwin. Yes, sir, it was CMB and Baldwin. Now CMB over 1.5 turnovers, Baldwin under 4.5, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then E2, we are playing Baldwin under 4.5 on Fliff too. Get that in. That one feels wonderful. Maybe CMB's on there now too. Matt, you're a lifesaver for throwing that in the chat, bro. Love it. I was not thinking it was going to be there yet.
Yeah, Stevie, I can get with the RA. He played really well in the first game against him. He had 8. Yeah, he's been pretty consistent. This 5.5 is just, it's really been kind of on the line there for him, but it makes total sense. We need him to play. I would like to see him play a little bit more minutes, though, I will say. I'm not happy with some of this kind of back and forth. And this isn't even foul trouble. He's been a little lackluster on the scoring department, so this is kind of where, unfortunately, sometimes he is losing out on these minutes and these down performances. Coach kind of benches them if they're playing from behind. So that would be an unfortunate downside if they're playing from behind and he's not scoring well. He's definitely going to ride the pine, but I don't mind it. I mean, he's still facilitating. The rebounding's been pretty solid across the board on the season. Playmaking's come up lately, so we just need him to actually get out there. If he plays over 30 minutes or 29 minutes, even, I think we're totally fine for that. But if he's playing under 23 minutes, then that's when it gets real scary.
Danny C has one for you, E. What's up, man? Danny C in the motherfucker. He said Cam Jones RA under. Whenever people say under, I just get so excited to see what they're looking at. And we got 19 likes. It's pretty good. Pretty good, guys.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. A little late night hangout.
Got to do it, man. If you try to wake up on Saturday before games and find props, it's never going to work.
Was it 9 or 9.5?
Not sure. He just said RA. He just said RA under.
All right, so the 9.5 looks like there's pretty heavy juice on the under, but it's from his assist, right? That's what he's been struggling. Yeah. So this is the only concern for me, and this is crazy because I think he was at 6.5 last game. I definitely remember bringing this up, but this part of his game has really taken a downturn, and these are in some tougher matchups, but also some really good matchups that he's really come up short. I don't know what's up with him lately, man. I would honestly even consider taking the under for this. I know he did really, really, really well in this first game, but that's when he was at home and he was playing a lot better overall. So I'm not sure what's up with this kind of downturn that he's been in over the last, basically, since the start of January. So a good month now he's been on kind of the decline doing that. Minutes going down too. That's also kind of concerning. I know
some of them were
foul.
I think there was foul trouble in there a little bit too on a few of those. At
Was
least
it?
one. I remember one for sure. Not sure if there was more than one, but definitely one of them. Well, 2 of them there.
Okay, yeah. So played them 30 minutes with that. Blowout game. Well, that game wasn't really a blowout. Okay, yeah. So as long as he's playing his minutes, that's fine. But it looks like they are favoring this under right now. So it's decent rebounding matchup, not a good assist matchup. How many did he have the first time? Yeah, so he came up short on the assist. You could technically. So if you wanted to chase it, I would probably split the bet down, take the RA over, and then take the assist under. What?
You're getting crazy, man. You're getting crazy.
The line's still too high for him, man. He should be 4.5 assists. I know some of these games were great, but these are great matchups for the assist. And I don't know, man. I don't know about this one.
So you go under 5.5 and over RA. What's the RA at 9? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 9 or 9.5.
So he was saying under RA. You said fuck that. I'm going over.
Oh yeah, no. I was advising against probably taking the RA over because of the concern with this playmaking.
No. He wants the under RA.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought he was asking about the over. Yeah, the under, I'm totally with that.
Okay, cool. Dope. E2 says the Baldwin turnovers scares me more than the Alette turnovers. Why, E2? E2, are you just saying stuff to say stuff? You do that a lot, I noticed. Didn't you call me condescending? Is that a condescending thing to say? I'm trying to figure out why he called me that last night still.
PRE under. That's kind of tough, man, because I mean he has been pretty consistent with his scoring, so I'll give him credit for that. He's been kind of floating around that line, but his RA is definitely taking a downturn. In particular,
okay.
I mean, really both of them. I mean, even the rebounds are taking a hard hit over the last month and a half now.
And the 9.5, you have a that's a good find, man. 9.5 is a little too high. Now the matchup though, they don't give up assists. It's saying on good old outlier, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, actually, the more I look at that, the better it gets. We might have to steal that play and put it on our list. Shoot.
I mean, Ashworth he's not a bad defender. I mean, he can definitely hold his own. I wish he would cause more turnovers. I mean, this dude averages like a half a steal a game at best, but he's not a bad defender. He doesn't foul a whole lot, at least.
How dare you talk about Steven Ashworth like that? Q Donkey says, are you liking Broom? I kind of am, but he hated on me, so I don't know. What do you think?
No. So I think Broom is a decent to find play later once they adjust his lines. It looks like right now they're just posting him to see what the field's going to do. And they had his points at 18.5 with juice on the under.
Started at 19.5. It moved to 19.5 while we were on here, by the way.
Wait, what?
It moved to 19.5 while we were sitting here. At least the outlier thingy came through. I'm not sure what site, but
let's see. Okay, so yeah, the juice flipped around a little bit because he did open at 18.5, and man, I wish I had FanDuel because I totally would have played that plus money. But he was opened at minus 125 for the under 18.5. So personally, I would probably just kind of chill for a minute. I would be really hard pressed to believe this guy's going to bump up anymore. And if he does, that's probably just going to talk me off of him anyways. But with that being said, he's been pretty consistent with the scoring, so I would consider the 18.5. The 19.5, I'm probably good on.
Why are you hating on his rebounding? Why are you hating on his rebounding, bro? Why can't we go PR with him? It's a good game. Florida? Woo-wee. 156. PR is 2 points lower than it was last game, and the last two games. 29.5.
No, so for me, I think I want some exposure to his fantasy if I'm going to play anything.
That's right. I mean, that's what you said. Okay.
He's just averaging the blocks and the steals have really been consistent for him all season. I mean, averaging at least almost a steal a game. The blocks have come up to almost over 2.5 on the season. But another kind of sneaky thing for him too is we've seen the playmaking come up a little bit more than he has. You know, it is spiky from game to game, so it's hard to predict that. But I mean, the fact that he is still kind of doing it a little bit more over the last month in the competitive games, I kind of like that. So if I had to settle for something for a full game prop, I think I might hold out for the fantasy. Hopefully he drops mid to low 40s. Would like to see that, especially this last game where they got the blowout and he ended up sitting early. So I don't know, man. He's just one of those players. Like, I love him to death, but their schedule is very difficult. They played a lot of really, really good teams, a couple landmine teams, but just one of those, he could get there, but with, 40 something games on the slate, do I really want to spend a whole lot of time with this?
I do. But I feel you.
Hey,
it's one of those ones. It's like an NBA trying to play Luka. It's just like, why are you reaching all the way up there like that? But I don't think it's that high. We'll see what the fantasy is tomorrow. Because what number would you want for fantasy? Let's put it that way.
Somewhere 43 and a half and under would be ideal.
43 and a half, you said?
Yeah, that or under. If they open them at 45 and a half or whatever, I'm good on that.
43. I'm gonna write it in. I'm gonna put it on this list. E 43.5. Over 43.5. How can we say that? And it's at Auburn, and they're playing Florida. I put it on the list, and you can't tell me no. It's already over. It's already on there.
That's okay.
No, the fantasy is awesome. Yeah, what's up?
I was going to say, again, let me reiterate, I don't think it's a bad play. It's one of those plays that, we're taking in a double-digit spread, the opposing team.
Double-digit spread?
So the opposing
team. No double-digit. What do you mean? See no double-digit spread. This is Florida.
9.5.
That's not double digits. Last I looked, that's 9.
Yeah. That's close enough. And so another concern for me, which I think low-key we could also take him in and play. Auburn has been so phenomenal against the three-point shooting, and that's what this guy Walter Clayton does the best. So if he gets shut out of the game, I mean, they're basically asking to put the game on the back of Will Richard and Alex Condon. And that makes me laugh even thinking about.
Hey, speaking of, CBG to Mob says Alex Condon RA. While you're at it, want to take a peek?
Cool.
He's
been a rebound machine. I'll say the assists are very spiky from game to game. You're either getting 1 or you're getting 4. The problem with him, so I like the rebounding upside. Let me say that first off. I think the rebounding upside totally warranted here. Dude plays pretty solid amount of minutes. The playmaking though, I do worry about because he's converting a lot of them to either Will Richard or to Clayton from 3. Clayton is probably going to struggle real bad this game. I don't know if I want to mess with his lines because they already know what's up. He's been at 2.5 religiously all season, and now this game he's at 1.5. The points didn't really move that much. He's been at 17.5, 16.5, but they got him all the way down to 15.5. So they know what's up with this matchup, and it's a very difficult scoring from 3 spot. So the assists could be almost non-existent. I mean, Auburn is elite against the 3-point shot.
I thought you would look at that 156 total and be like, sign me up. Give me that broom. Give me that broom. Damn it, E. Well, we'll look for the fantasy tomorrow.
I don't chase high lines, man. I liked him in the beginning of the season when he was, appropriate.
He wasn't even lower than this, bro. What you talking about? We liked him when he came back from that injury, and he was a little lower that day. That was the favorite. That was the favorite day. Against LSU, I remember. That was easy.
The real fast with the Condon rebound though makes total sense if we assume that Broom is going to be real active shooting. So he is going to guard him. I mean, it does come with the foul risk and all that good stuff, but the volume should be pretty solid, at least from that rebounding vicinity, since our guy doesn't shoot any threes for real.
CBG to Mob also says Mike Mitchell Jr. 1.5 threes.
Mike Mitchell.
Big Minnesota. They got a tough matchup.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough matchup from 3, but he gave him the business the first game. I remember that. He played really well. Kind Kind of surprised they're leaving it at 1.5. That is a low sweat, and I mean it's something he's done in seasons past too. So I like it for the number. This feels really similar to that 3-point prop we played the other night for Michigan.
The only reason it's 1.5 is the matchup, obviously, right? Because the numbers, I mean, he's getting there 75% of the time. Just this matchup is scary.
Yeah. But I mean, also do keep in mind that, you know, you can see this nasty drop off right here. 10.5 points is not something this guy is achieving at all. He did drop 17 on them, yeah, but that's clearly some of these outlier games that he's having. Yeah, the three's got to be the way if you're going to attack it.
What do his minutes look like? Oh, Mike Mitch. Is he like a 30-minute guy?
Well, he hasn't played all season, so, I mean, he is coming back from whatever time missed. But, yeah, I mean, he's been playing solid 30-plus minutes, so barring any crazy blowout or just dumb foul trouble, it's a good look, and it's a recommended play from Outlier, too.
Okay. A little bit of a risk with the matchup, but, yeah, he could get 2 threes. Q-Donkey says, I was thinking 1.5 turnovers, even. He's been getting that double all the time now. I think, is he talking about Broom? I think Broom turnovers, maybe?
Possibly. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do have him at 1.5.
Uh-oh, these wheels are turning.
Nah, I already looked at the matchup earlier. So the scoring upside, I definitely agree, could potentially be there as long as he's just being more assertive and less of this passing that we've seen, especially when the team gets ahead. He's going up against somebody who just moved in the starting lineup like 4 games ago, if I'm not mistaken. The guy is like a total just body on the floor. Low field goal volume. I mean, dude doesn't bring any kind of blocks or steals, so as far as like positional, he's not really going to get too many forced turnovers, or at least from the center spot. So we were talking about this guy Condon anyways. Let me look at his stocks. Nope. Stop that.
What the heck?
Let's see what old Alex is doing defensively. Yeah, so a couple steals. Blocks. So he offers way more of a block upside. Oh, yeah, that's right. You and I talked about this earlier. So this is another thing that was kind of like meh about Broom. Alex Condon is actually Florida's best defender by far. This dude is very, very much a nuisance inside the paint. So this was another kind of red flag for me as far as Broom. Like,
you know what, though?
With a potential.
The only thing that I feel like you might be missing is that Broom is Broom. He's not whoever Condon's been playing. It's not. He hasn't been playing Broom, bro. Broom's about to slap Condon to the ground and score 40 points tomorrow.
Hey, I mean, it's definitely possible. I would say Florida has arguably one of the toughest schedules this season. I mean, they already played Tennessee twice. They played Vanderbilt, fucking Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas. So they've had a really, really rough schedule. But this dude is their best defender, like bar none, the best defender on their team. So that is just stuff to think about.
I'm not worried. Broom's about to go hard as fuck tomorrow.
Oh, and speaking of, this prop should be hella free. Obviously, you're going to have to parlay it with something, but 0.5 blocks, this dude should have this in like first 5 minutes of the game.
Minus 282. Put that with DDP, whooping Sean Strickland's ass tomorrow, and have fun. There you go. And E, don't do it because you curse every UFC play ever. So you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it, but that would definitely be a strong look. I'm kind of surprised this is even an option.
I wonder if that's on Fliffo. Play that with DDP right now. Is that damn 0.74? I wonder what it is on Flip.
It sucks on Underdog.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, people don't really look. A lot of people don't even look at that. They just like, whatever, bro. Fucking, he's getting that, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it on Underdog for sure, but if we get the lines or props on Flip tomorrow, we could totally find some sneaky, money line. Or I don't know if they've been kind of weird about some of the cross team plays. Like I would take Auburn money line and then run it back with that block prop, but they might not allow us to do that. We'll see.
Interesting. I'm looking at Fliffy right now. Condon, where you at, buddy? Oh man, it's 1.5 on here, fuckers.
See.
Yeah. All right. Look how I put Broom on there. You liked it, huh? Look at that total. The highest total out of all the plays. Don't you want to play it? No, we need that 43.5 fantasy for you. Then you're on it.
Yeah, I'm totally down to play the fantasy.
Okay.
Let's see. Alabama and Arkansas. Ooh, that's going to be a spicy game. Bro, John L. Davis, sign me up. That dude's just been in a wagon. I love DJ Wagner, but John L., this is his team now.
Yeah, he's been doing really good. Do we have lines for that game yet? We don't, huh? They're scared.
We might. Maybe not.
Yeah, those guys.
I saw they had Sears. Sears was up on Outlier, but maybe I guess not on here.
Has Sears been doing good lately? No, he got benched that 1 second half, and then came back, and he's been an assist monster lately.
Yeah, we'll look out for his playmaking. Youngblood, he's been really taking over the offense again. All right, man. We've been streaming it up for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're going on about an hour and a half here.
No. Have we? Oh, my goodness. All right.
Yeah.
Shit, you better talk about Big Chance so we can get out of here and find some more plays.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this last play.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, just real quick here. Nice straightforward play. We're looking at his points, and I would even consider maybe look out for the fantasy too. But the points just make the most sense. So JT Toppin got ejected the game before, and then this last game he got hurt. So we believe there's a real good chance that he's going to be out again for this. And any game that he's been out, I mean, Chance has just been absolutely the guy. No questions about it. The minutes also being elevated as they need him down the stretch in the closer games. Field goal attempts have come up in all the games that Toppin's been out. So I like it, man. I mean, the usage rating has been pretty crazy, and I think we could even see him closer to a 28, possibly 30%. But I'm thinking a little more err on the side of caution. So let's say 26 to 28% usage tomorrow, at least 14 to another 16 field goal attempts. And the guy's got a great 3-point shot, a great 3-point matchup too. So all those things combined, I think solid play for him. We didn't get his threes by chance, did we? Yeah, okay, it's at 2.5. So yeah, we'll leave that alone. But the points and the PR both going to be a good look for him. Sign me up for that.
Awesome. Love it. Okay. I think we're ready to get out of here. Q Donkey says, "Let's get this bread. I'm hitting the bed. Good luck, boys. Good luck to you, sir."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. We appreciate y'all as always hanging out for the double stream, double feature on Fridays. We are gonna check out more of the slate. There's a ton of work to still be done here. So we're gonna get out of here. We appreciate you guys. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button. Don't forget to be subscribed. Get in the Discord down below. 7-day free trial still going out. Underrated, man. I appreciate the hard work this week. Let's wake up with some money in the morning and make some money.
Yes. And guys, if you're watching this the next day and it's not live, put your favorite play in the comments so we can check it out and see what's up. If you got any plays we didn't talk about that you love, or if you agree with any of the plays, just give us some comments below. It'll help our little algorithm out, and we also want to see what you guys are thinking. So, don't be shy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Good luck tomorrow. We'll catch y'all back here for the streams on Monday. Peace.